Good evening and welcome back. I'm back in Hanoi. Today I'm going to be talking about how expensive is Vietnam to visit, the places where I visited, what they were like, and would I return. I'm just in the alleys at the moment near my accommodation. I'm back at May's place, May's cottage. It's absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best places I've stayed in Asia. If you haven't seen the accommodation review, please look back on the Hanoi vlogs. It was really good, and free food. It's really good. And today I'm just walking down through the alleys. I hope I'm not getting lost because they're amazing. Hanoi is just full of alleys. Well, most of the cities are. Da Nang was exactly the same. It's so easy to get lost. So yes, I'll be going through all the destinations where I visited while I was in Vietnam. And what they were like in turn. So I'll be starting off in Phu Quoc or Ha Tien when I first crossed the border. Ha Tien was great. It was a really old traditional city. The roads weren't the best, but they were working on them, to be fair. So they were getting there. Just walking through a little dark patch now. It's all filled up with balconies. And sorry, at the end of the vlog, I'll tell you how much I've spent. So how much I've spent, and I've been here 5 weeks. Well, I'll give you a rundown for a month, and then it gives you a better idea, so you get the general idea then. Everywhere you go in Vietnam, they all have the flags outside the houses. Very patriotic. Ha Tien, back to Ha Tien. It was a really nice traditional place. The accommodation I got was really good. I did have a problem getting an exchange of cash there, but the owner of the accommodation helped me out. No end. Love a good beat in Vietnam. Drives me mad. And the roads, like I said, weren't the best, but they were working on them. The food, really good, really cheap. You were getting kebabs for 30,000, which is about £1. The bo pho, that's beef noodles dishes. They were the same, about 30,000, between 30 and 40,000. That's like £1 to £1.35. As I'm walking along as well, I'll show you the prices if I can find any. While I'm walking up to the old quarter, where I'll get something to eat. Vietnam is very much like Cambodia. Hello. You don't see many prices, especially on the street food. So you know, everyone who watches the channel all the time, they know that I strongly suggest that the dual pricing, you're paying a different price to what the locals are paying. Now, I've mentioned this before. A lot of people say, well, they think that's fair. I don't think it's fair whatsoever. You're paying the money to get here. You put money into the economy, and the cost of living here is much more or less than if you live in the West. So where people are saying that, so people make less money in the West because things are so expensive. Food's expensive for the restaurateurs to buy, or anybody who's selling anything to buy. Your rent, your everything like that, it's all much more than what you'll pay for in Vietnam. So yeah, I don't agree with that whatsoever. Again, no prices anywhere. Yeah, you get drinks are everywhere. 25,000. The cash exchange will be in the description as always, to many currencies, so it'll give you a good idea. Where are we at? Ha Tien. Yeah, it was a great place, great, really was. I loved it there. Whether I'd return or not, there wasn't an awful lot to do. There was no tourists there whatsoever. I was there for 3 or 4 days, sorry, before I went to Phu Quoc Island. And I've never seen any tourists at all, not one. So yeah, it was I'm not sure if I would return to Hatien. But it's a stop off of the island where you go to Phu Quoc. Where was my next stop, where I got the boat from Hatien to Phu Quoc. Phu Quoc was great. It's the only island I went to in Vietnam, and it was really, really good. Just can't dodge the cars, the bikes that come up from all directions. Well, I apologise if I'm looking a little bit worse, but I've just got back from the grueling, bone-shattering ride back from the Chinese, the Vietnam-Chinese border. It took me 7 hours, and it was a nightmare. When I set off this morning at 8 o'clock, it was 5 degrees, and when you're on the bike, that 5 degrees soon drops. So it was a really hard ride. And getting back into Hanoi was just an absolute nightmare. Phu Quoc Island was brilliant. I was so lucky with the weather. It was cheap comparatively, considering it was an island. Hello. And yeah, the beaches were lovely. I know a lot of people didn't like the sunset town, but it was something different. Okay, it was an eyesore on an island, but there was no expense spared. They put billions in that, and it was something to look at. I wish the chairlift was working, and that was the longest chairlift in the world, but it was in under maintenance for a month. So yes, I'd definitely return to Phu Quoc Island. It was lovely. It was a nice, really nice place. Again, where you eat, or anywhere you go, I always try and stay in the traditional areas wherever I stay, whether it be Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Malaysia. And if you eat in them areas, it's a lot cheaper than if you go anywhere near the tourist spots, obviously. See if I can get across this road and show you the bakers. It's a good thing that the French did for the Vietnamese, taught them how to bake, and brought coffee to the country if you like coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker at all. There's a little sweet pizzas, 25,000, cakes 10,000, donuts. There's your chicken floss bread, I think. That's what I got the other day. I think it's that, I'm not too sure in Vietnamese, but it looks the same as what I got the other day. It's like if you think of 30,000, it's about £1, 30,000. 33p to 10,000, so yeah. Phu Quoc Island, yeah, I've definitely returned, definitely. It was a lovely place. I'd highly recommend if anyone's coming to Vietnam to visit Phu Quoc Island. Where did I go after that? Back to Hatien and up to Can Tho, the largest city in the south. Can Tho again, not very touristy, not an awful lot to do, but it was nice. It was a nice stop off. Again, you've really got to watch where you're going here. Quick dash, that's what you've got to do. Would I return to Can Tho? Not so sure. Like I said, there wasn't an awful lot to do. The floating market there was a massive disappointment, as are all the main markets have been in Vietnam. Hello, how are you? Xin chào. Yeah, small. The people, oh yeah, the people in Hatien. They didn't really understand like how to treat a tourist type thing, because they don't have any. So they were all staring. When I said hello to people, they were a bit standoffish. They didn't know how to react. Phu Quoc Island, the people were really nice, really nice. I think they know how to treat tourists, because with it being an island, they rely on it. Can Tho again was the same as Hatien. The people were a little bit standoffish. They didn't know how to react when I would say hello. I was walking along the street going, Xin chào, you see me on a walk down here. Xin chào means hello. and yeah, Cantor. There was a lot of history in the city. There was the museums, the statues. They're all in my vlogs. My regular viewers. This is not news to you. From Cantor, I went to. Where'd I go after Cantor? I've got my little list here. I'll have a look. I've written this down. Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. What I assumed was the capital, which not. I'm in the capital now, Hanoi. Let's see if I'm going to cross the road again. There's a pavement over there. Quick dash. Yeah, Ho Chi Minh City, there was loads to do. Loads of markets. And they were the best markets I found in Vietnam. The food market there, although it was expensive, it was a good street food market. Where I've never found anywhere else like that in Vietnam. And believe me, I've searched for them. And there was loads of the fake markets were all there. I haven't found many here at all. Because you get the odd shops in Hanoi that sell them, but there's no big market. I was going to do a vlog on Hanoi market, but it's rubbish. I'll be honest with you. It's not a market. There's no stalls. There's no street food. It's all outside restaurants. I'll show you when we get to the old quarter. There's a few stalls, but they're just selling clothes and merchandise for tourists. All your tourist tat, as I like to call it. And that's been the same all over Vietnam. All the markets, they've gone from, well, a lot of people have told me that they used to sell food, but now they just sell merchandise because they're making more money off that. But then that's not giving anyone a good experience that comes to visit. And that's what we're going to be more concentrating on. People who visit the country, to get them to return, tell their friends. This is exactly the same what I was saying about Cambodia. If you're not treating people right, then they're not going to return, and they're not going to tell their friends how good it was. Ho Chi Minh City, how cheap was it? It was all right. It wasn't too bad considering it's a major city, the second largest in Vietnam. If you shopped, if you ate in the right areas, then it was quite cheap. I found the cheapest, a restaurant with the cheapest bottle of Saigon. It was 10,000 for a 450ml bottle of Saigon. That's 10,033p in a restaurant. Again, that's all in my vlogs. In Ho Chi Minh City. And I did all the markets in the city, every market in the city. And I would definitely return to Ho Chi Minh. Although I do think I wouldn't spend more than a few days there, because it's just crazy. It's absolutely insane. It's a bit like, say, double or maybe treble the amount of bikes that you're seeing on the road now. It's just, they're like bees swarming around. And all you do is to cross the road, you just walk slowly and they just go around you. They've got it down to a T. Just going past the petrol station. So it's about 21,400 for a litre. So 21,000, you're talking 66p. You're talking about 70 pence a litre for your fuel in Vietnam. It's a lot different to where you are if you're in a Western country. I'll just get down the road a bit because I'm going to have to cross this big busy road, and I'll get you back on. On the other side of the road you've got the school just coming out with all the parents picking them up. It's always absolute pandemonium when the kids are coming out. Bikes are everywhere. The usual street food for the kids when they're coming out. They've got ham and cheese pizza, 30,000. Nutella, banana crepe, 25,000. Also get these everywhere in Vietnam. The ladies riding about on scooters and bikes. They're selling fruit. But it is expensive. It is very expensive. But what it is in Thailand, the fruit in Vietnam has been really expensive. For a pineapple, for instance, it's 30,000 if you buy it off the ladies on the bike. If you go to the market, like they did the one in Ho Chi Minh City, the fresh food market, the pineapples are 10,000, so you're paying 3 times the price. Well, I suppose they've got to make the money and they're riding about all day, but 3 times the price, it's a bit of a stinger. And apples are really, really expensive. For like 3 apples, you pay about £1.50. So yeah, it's like 50 pence an apple. That's like a lot more than what you pay back home. Banh mi's, you watch the channel, you will see me having banh mi's. There's an egg one, 15 to 20,000. I'll get mine with 2 eggs, where I'm staying in the traditional area, and it's 15,000 for 2 eggs. So it's really cheap. It's a good staple for the morning. It's really good start off with the banh mi's. I never get bored of having a morning banh mi. Where on the other hand, for noodles, I've got noodles coming on my ears. For the last week I haven't been able to eat any because I've just been eating so much noodles, like banh mi in the morning, noodles on the night, and you just sometimes you just have a go. Excuse me. It's all the fumes in the air. I'm looking forward to getting to Chiang Mai tomorrow. So tomorrow will be a travel day, flying from Hanoi to Chiang Mai. And now I can relax. It's been a hectic last few days with the travelling on the bike. And right, where did I go to next? From Ho Chi Minh, where we've got a paper. Ho Chi Minh, I went to Dalat, beautiful city in the mountains, Dalat. It was amazing. I wish I could have done more in Dalat, but I was blighted by rain. It was half the time I was there it was raining, but it was a beautiful city. Right up in the mountains, so it was cold, very chilly. But I've still got to see roads. I went on the chairlift, got to see waterfalls, all the nice old French colonial buildings that are right through the city. They don't do any new builds there with different houses, it's always colonial. And so they're going with the old look. And it does look nice, it looks really nice. I'm trying to dodge the bikes. You're not allowed to park on the road here, so you just got bikes everywhere. Generally you've got to walk on the road because you just can't get past. So yes, Dalat, I definitely want to return there. That was a great city. And it was comparatively cheap. If you stayed on the traditional areas, it was all right. It wasn't too bad. That goes throughout Vietnam, to be honest. If you're eating the right places, and then you're going to be paying decent prices. If you eat on any of the touristy areas, it's totally different. You'll see when I get to the old quarter, it's very expensive. Guy there with the sunglasses on and a purple suit with a trilby cap. Don't come cooler than that in Vietnam. You just see him on the karaoke. They do lovely karaoke here. So yes, Dalat, I would definitely return. I loved it there. It was great. It was one of the best cities I've visited here. Where we're up to? Nha Trang, the seaside city of Nha Trang. Hello. What on earth was that? Oh, I didn't want to be after. Doner kebab, 20,000. Coffee, 15,000, 20,000. Jasmine tea, 20,000. Thai tea, 20,000. That lady over there, she does the sugarcane drinks, Kong La, and they're 10,000. I've been getting one of them every day off her too. Get the egg banh mi and then my sugarcane drink, which is good for you. I know it doesn't sound it, but it is. I'm back on the road again. bag shop, all leather bags, no perks, and no prices, would you believe. There's a Wind Mart, that's like your 7-Eleven in Thailand, or the Tesco's or whatever in the UK, like Tesco Express. They sell everything, they're open 24 hours. But they're not as cheap as 7-Eleven, man. For your beer here, you'll generally pay between 10,000 for a can, up to 15,000, depending on where you are. Again, in the touristy areas, it's more expensive. So you pay between 40 and 50p. So it's not too bad for a can of lager. I don't drink much, but I do have the occasional tipple. Another little tip as well, ATMs. If you go to TP Bank ATMs, they don't charge you. You can only get a maximum of 5 million, which is about £165. And yeah, you don't pay any ATM fees at all. So that's really good. That's the only I've found one is TP Bank. That's the only one I've found that does it. Nha Trang, the seaside city of Nha Trang, where I lost my phone. And anything I say now, it's not to do with why I lost my phone. That's not influencing my review of it, if you like. There's a traffic policeman. Nha Trang was a nice city. There wasn't a lot to do at all, really. It wasn't too bad. I spent a couple of days there. I couldn't have spent any more. But I'm not a beachy person, so that's why it wasn't really my sort of thing. But if you do like your beaches, then Nha Trang was all right. It was all right, the beach. It wasn't like what I showed you in Da Nang, but it was decent. It was decent. Loads of Russian people, which wasn't a bad thing. The ones that I spoke to were really nice. But I've never seen so many Russian people in one place as well, where I've seen in Nha Trang. Looks like there's another school coming out. You always know when you see loads of people. I'm in a traffic jam. You can't get anywhere near the pavement. And all the bikes are just jostling for position. So it's an absolute nightmare trying to get through. I turned you off there. I thought someone would try to reach out to grab the camera. I wasn't sure. But I had the car on because it wouldn't have got nowhere because there's a big traffic jam. But it looked like someone reached out. Nha Trang, would I return? Not sure I would. Not sure I would. Like I say, I'm not a beachy person, and it wasn't that expensive. It was probably about the same, like I say. It's been pretty regular all over Vietnam. Even in the traditional areas, you're pretty much paying the same prices everywhere. Like the same as Phu Quoc. Like I say, surprisingly for an islands are probably normally more expensive. Nha Trang to Da Nang, so I got the train. If you've seen that one, the sleeper train, sit down train, I got them both. Stayed over in the tree on the way. Da Nang was probably my favourite place. The favourite place I visited. There was loads to do. Beautiful city. It's got one of the world's best beaches, or it was in 2005, but still really beautiful now. And yeah, it was really, really good Da Nang. It's got the Dragon Bridge, the centrepiece of the city, with a big river that divides the two parts of the city. And that was it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed myself in Da Nang. I wish I could have stayed there longer, but with it being on a short time frame to get back to Thailand for Christmas, I was just spending 2 or 3 days in each destination. But yeah, again, catch up with the vlogs if you haven't watched them already. It was great. The fire breathing Dragon Bridge on a weekend, it breathes out actual fire at 9 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed Da Nang. I would definitely return. Like I say, it was probably my favourite stay. Up with Dalat, they were my 2 favourite cities. Da Nang was very, very traditional all over the place. You never got any massively touristy areas apart from near the beach. Obviously, where you got the beach, you're always going to get your tourists. And from Da Nang, I went to Hanoi, where I am now. Oh man, tea time traffic. Crazy Hanoi traffic. They just drive up on the pavement, they don't care. Just to get through on the other side, they'll just go on the pavement and just drive straight up. Hanoi has been as durian. Smelliest fruit in the world. You're not allowed it in hotels and places like that because if it touches anything, and then the stinker won't go away. I'm yet to try it. I will do when I get back to Thailand. Hanoi's been good. It's a lively, very lively city. Obviously, it's the capital. It's the largest city in Thailand, in Vietnam. And it's been good. There's been plenty to do, plenty to see. Again, the markets have been shocking, terrible. That's been apart from Ho Chi Minh, where there was only one real street food market, and that was very touristy. But it was a street food market, so that was nice. Yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed Hanoi also. Would I return? Yeah, at a push I would. There's plenty of other places I want to go in Vietnam, but and then Hanoi's the gateway to the north. So yeah, I would return to Hanoi, yeah. I'll finish off in the old quarter, show you what it's like at night time. It's absolutely rammed down here with cars and bikes and people. So getting through it's a nightmare. I'm trying to think about getting safety on the road. Hello. I'm trying to think about getting safety on the road while I'm thinking about things that I'm saying in the vlog. And it's a bit of a nightmare. I'm just getting what looks like a pasty with deep fried. I've no idea what's in it, but we'll soon find out. And there's the banana fritters as well. You get these places all over on the street in Vietnam. That's like a cooking pot, and then you get a plate, and then they give you the meat, and you cook it yourself. Yeah, that's really good. She's just making one of the banana fritter rolls. What she does is puts it in that piece of plastic, one of the little bananas, crushes it down, and then puts it in the oil after the batter. So what you do is you get this little spicy sauce. It's like a pickled veg. You put that in there, and then just eat it all there like that. And you get a bowl of sorry, joker. Richy Parkinson style. I've just messed it up, tipped it all over. Sorry. It's very good. It's like pork with vegetables, noodles. I think some mushroom in there as well. Really very good. I've got no idea what animal that is. Looks like, oh, it's a goat, I think. Stuffed goat. Oh, camera's gone. A bit wonky off the food. All the Christmas decks are out. I'm just entering the old quarter area. That food was amazing, really good. With a pickled veg. And yeah, there was some concrete in there. Try not to stand on it. It was really nice. It was only 15,000. That's 50p. Just over 60 cents. Yeah, it was really good. I'm trying not to eat too much because May's bringing me out some food again. The owner of the cottage. She came out last time. If you watched the vlog. I never did the vlog on the food because I didn't know if they were coming around. I was going to actually be eating with them. But I'll show you it tonight when I finish off the vlog. I'll show you the food that she brings on tonight. That she makes when she comes down, sorry. She's doing rice porridge tonight with vegetables and mushroom. So yeah, I'll see what that's like. I'll finish the vlog off on that. Last time she did me Ban Gioc. I've been saying Ban Gioc. It's spelt Z-E-O at the end. But I've since been told it's Ban Gioc. And that was awesome. She brought on Ban Gioc pancakes. Spring rolls. She made it when she came around and made it in the kitchen. Spring rolls. Wow, it was brilliant. It was absolutely awesome. It's up there with my best meals I've had in Vietnam. Must be the Christmas street. every stall's got all the Christmas decks out. Last time when I come down the old quarter on the daytime, you know, I've seen that every street has its own little things. Like you had one street that just sold loads of fags and tobacco. There was one that sold loads of chocolate. Then you had like a pub street. It was and one of them had loads of travel agents. Another one had loads of massage shops. So yeah, they've all got their own little area. This is Christmas Street. Oh, there's Santa over the road. The black-haired Santa. She was very impressed, wasn't she? I couldn't resist but point the camera at her. Oh, there's two Christmas streets. There's your prices for the egg coffee. Coconut coffee and what have you. Cacao, 30,000, not too bad. 30,000 a pound, $1.20. Right, let's get back to the reviews of Vietnam. Oh, the people. I keep forgetting about the people because there's one set of people that were absolutely amazing. Where were we at? Nha Trang. Nha Trang, they were a bit standoffish. There's loads of tourists there, so they're used to tourists, but never really spoke. Dalat, it's as if you don't get many tourists there, like white tourists. So the people were a bit mystified at what was going on with the camera and things like that. It was a bit like Cantor. This is what I mean by the street food. It's all sitting outside. There's your general prices. 130 for beef steak and chips. Grilled pork, 160. Thank you mate, come on. Yeah, you're paying about £4 or £5 for a meal here. Da Nang, the people were awesome. That's by far, the most friendliest people I've met in Vietnam. They were rushing across the street, risking their lives, nearly getting hit by cars and bikes just to shake my hand and say hello. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed Da Nang. Everything about it was great. The people here in Hanoi, not really that nice to be honest. They're not rude, but they just won't look. They'll keep their head down. You'll be looking to say hello to them. They'll put their head down straight away. And that's just the same with Westerners that are here as well. I think no one said hello. So yeah, they're being a bit standoffish. Whether that's because it's a bigger city or not, I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, that. There's another coffee shop. Again, 40,000-50,000. Hello, I'm okay, come on. You get them everywhere, the bikes with the seats on the front. And they're just pedaling about. I won't go too much into the old quarter because it's what you seen the other day in the light. But I just wanted to show you what it was all like when it's lit up. The night time. It's 7 o'clock now, so it's not overly busy at the moment. At the minute. The bike rentals you get here, the general consensus in every city has been between £4 and £5 per day. Some places you can only get it for that day. You've got to return it. In Dalat, if you got it on the morning, you had to return it on the night, and that was still between £4 and £5. So yeah, it was that was a bit silly, to be honest. And they were open till 11 o'clock at night, so people were. I've seen the reviews where people rent them on the morning and take them back at 11 o'clock at night and things like that. It was crazy. The food at the end cafe wasn't too bad priced. That was 40,000, the general price for a Beaufort, a beef noodles dish. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. That was surprising. This is Tahien corner. This is the busiest area in Hanoi, right in the centre of the old quarter. And this is Pub Street. That's where all the bars are. And like I say, everyone just sits outside and has the food. That's to them, that's like a street food market.
Hello, my friend. Before coming,
I'm okay, come on. A lot of these places they do the beer as well. I'm okay, come on.
Hello.
You get a fresh beer for 10,000. I'm okay for now.
Okay.
I'll come back there.
You don't want to drink?
No. No, I'll come back later. I always say that. I'll come back later. And they'll leave you alone then if you say you come back later. Yeah, 10,000 for you get a glass, it's about half a pint. So it's alright, that's a Thai, regular Thai beer. And that's like, I can't think what they call it now. Just like a normal Thai beer, but it's 10,000 yeah, for half a pint. And that's like 33p. Right on to my last visit, where I've just been, right up in the north, on the Chinese border, to Ban Gioc. I never really got to see much in Ban Gioc because there wasn't a lot to do. They had the largest waterfall. That was absolutely beautiful. It was really amazing. And for 2 or 3 days I was there, it absolutely poured down. And it was freezing. And when I said the lap was cold, it's nothing towards what it was up there. It was absolutely Baltic. Like 5 degrees when I set off this morning. Like I said, when you're on a bike, that 5 degrees soon drops. I could hardly move. My whole body was just really tensed up all like 3/4 of the way back. I just never seemed to warm up until I got right close to Hanoi. They had a cold weather spell the last couple of days in Vietnam. May from the accommodation, she messaged me to say, to let me know that it was going to get really cold. So that was really nice of her. She said enjoy your trip and all that, and beware for the bad weather. I was already up there like then. I was already in the middle of it. So yeah, it was really good, Ban Gioc. I mean, it was a 7-hour bike ride. 8 hours when I went there because Google Maps sent me the wrong way. But yeah, it was really, really good. Whether I go there again or not, I don't know. Because it's a long, long way to go. And the people were lovely. The people in the homestay where I was at. Have you seen the old 300-year-old village? the stone-built village. It was really, really nice. And the people there, in the homestay, they were great. Obviously you were staying there. But the rest of the people, they were very standoffish. They wouldn't speak to you at all. They never spoke to me, not one person. Even said hello or anything like that. Whenever I said hello to them, they just ignore me. So yeah, you'd think they see a lot of tourists up there, but the impression you got is that they don't. I showed you this the other day from regular viewers, but this is the only street I've seen, I think, in Vietnam where they have prices on the clothes. So you got like your hiking trousers there, 200,000, jumpers 200,000, so it's about £6.60. T-shirts at the back there, 190. Your tracksuit bottoms over there for 150,000. Tracksuit tops 250. That's what I should be wearing. My old man clothes. I don't wear them, by the way. There's your jackets, 350. T-shirts, football tops, 50,000. If you remember in Cantor, I got my Vietnamese football top and a Real Madrid one for 39,000. Right bargain. I was well chuffed for that. I'll get back to my accommodation. I'll show you the rice porridge, the vegetables and mushroom, and I'll let you know how much I spent in a month in Vietnam. Just having a walk down the lake, back to my accommodation. Just thought I'd quickly show you. It looks lovely with all the skyline in the background. It's a great walk back. I love walking down the lake, especially at night, because you walk pretty much right up to the old quarter. This goes like halfway up towards it. It's beautiful, it really is stunning. Well, I think that earlier, what I had, I think that was a Ban Gioc. We just never had prawn in. Yeah, it's a crispy pancake with and with pork and vegetables and what have you. So yeah, I think that was quite Ban Gioc. These bikes that you can hire, they're 30,000 for 3 hours. So yeah, it's cheap. £8 for 3 hours. Have a ride around the lake. Yeah, you can't complain with that for a quid. I'm back in my accommodation, and the rice porridge with mushroom and vegetables has been delivered. I've got to say, it is absolutely amazing. It really is. You get the thick mushrooms and the vegetables. It is really, really good. Really good. Now, the cost of living. How much have I spent in Thailand? In Vietnam, even. Cheap. It's very, very, very cheap. So is Vietnam expensive to visit? No, it's the cheapest country I've been to so far by quite some distance. I think I've spent about £650. No, sorry, £620 over 30 days. So you're talking, what, I'm quite good at calculations, nearly £21 a day. It's about $26, $27. It was out. It's brilliant. It really is, and that's travelling. I've spent about accommodation. Sorry, I've spent about £350 on accommodation. So it works out just over £10 a night, maybe £12 a night. The travelling, I've spent maybe £150, £160. So you're talking about £5 a day. 5, 3, 15, 150, yeah. About £5 a day, but that's been going from right down the south in Phuket. Then getting the boats there, getting the boat back, then getting the VIP buses, and then getting the crazy minibuses that go all over the place. And the trains, the sleeper train, the seater train, and then the flight from Da Nang to Hanoi, and that's including my flight from tomorrow, when I go tomorrow, from here to Chiang Mai, from Hanoi to Chiang Mai. So it's brilliant. It was really, really cheap Vietnam, really cheap. And the people in general have been lovely. They've been lovely. Will I return to Vietnam? Most definitely, most definitely. There's a lot of places, a lot more places that I could have visited if I had more time. Oh, excuse me, that rice porridge is really good, really good. Thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, thanks for subscribing, thanks for doing everything. You're keeping the channel alive, and your comments are so good. They really give me a boost of confidence. Thank you, and have a good day. My room. Very, very cheap room with free food. Would you believe it? Delivered. So yeah, you can't ask for any more. I think this place, it's £12.50 a night. It's extremely cheap. Free washing machine. If you haven't caught the vlogs on my accommodation in Hanoi, catch up with it. Thanks again.